Good day everyone, this is your teacher Ma'am Aduko, and for our lesson video today I will be discussing the T account. The basis of the rules of debits and credits is how the effects of the transaction on the accounting elements are treated. Changes in assets, liabilities, owner's equity, revenue, and expenses are shown either on the left or on the right side of an account. The left side of an account is called the debit side, and the right side is called the credit side. To show the effects of debit and credit entries to an account, postings are made to the accounts. The account is a representation to separate debit from credit in the form of T, whereas debit entry is put in the left while the credit entry is in the right side. When analyzing and solving transaction using the T accounts, the accounting equations must always be considered. I have here an illustration of business transactions of Fulbright on the month of July. We're going to analyze and post each transaction to corresponding T accounts and then prepare a trial balance from the T accounts. On July 1, Bright invested 50,000 pesos in cash to start his business. Okay, so what are the accounts here in the July 1 transactions? Okay, so cash is an asset accounts, and since he invested 50,000 pesos to start his business, so it means his assets increase. So we will debit the 50,000 pesos on the left side of the T account. And then, since we have debit side, our credit side will be the Fulbright capital. Okay, so since the owner's equity increases, we're going to credit the 50,000 pesos on the right side of the T account. And also don't forget to include the date of the transaction so that it will be easy for you students to check. On July 2, Bright purchased 4 cash shop supplies worth 3,500 pesos. So what are the effects of the July 2 transactions on the T accounts? Since he purchased cash supplies worth 3,500 pesos, so it means his cash decreases. So we are going to credit the 3,500 pesos on the right side of the T account. And then also, since we have credit, we will debit the supplies, shop supplies. So shop supplies is also an asset. Since his supplies increase, we will debit it on the left side of the T account. On July 3, Bright bought repair equipment worth 20,000 pesos on credit. Okay, so what are the effects of the transactions on the T account? Okay, so take note, students, that Bright bought repair equipment, and repair equipment is an asset. So he bought it, and the amount of the repair equipment is 20,000. So it means his assets, which is the repair equipment, increases. So we will debit the 20,000 pesos on the left side of the T account. Okay, so since Bright bought it on credit, okay, so our account title is account payable. So it means his liability increases. Account payable is an obligation to the supplier. Okay, so since his liability increases, we will credit the 20,000 pesos on the right side of the account. On July 4, the customers paid 12,000 pesos cash for repair services. And what are the effects of the transactions on the T accounts? We can see here that the customers paid cash. So it means the cash of Paul Bright increases. So we will debit the 12,000 pesos on the left side of the T account. And then the customer is paid cash for repair services. So it means Paul Bright earned repair income. Then we will credit the 12,000 pesos on the right side of the account, since the owner's equity of Paul Bright increases. On July 5, Bright paid 15,000 pesos of the amount owed on the repair equipment. So the accounts affected by these transactions are the cash and the account payable. So Bright paid 15,000 pesos. So the 15,000 pesos will be credited to the right side of the cash account. So it means his cash decreases. And then on the account payable, the 15,000 pesos is debited to the left side of the account. So it means his account payable decreases by 15,000 pesos. On July 6, customers were billed on account 14,000 pesos for repair services. So what are the accounts affected by these transactions? So take note, customers were billed. So it means Paul Bright billed the customers. It means he did not receive any cash amount as payment for his repair service. So what is this account? So this account is called account receivable. So since account receivable is an asset, so the 14,000 pesos is debited to the left side of the account. And then the other account that is affected is the repair income. Okay, so the repair income of 14,000 pesos is credited to the right side of the account. On July 7, rental for the month of July was paid 6,000 pesos. So the accounts affected by this transaction is the cash and the other is the expense. Okay, so since Paul Bright paid 6,000 pesos, it is credited to the right side of the cash account, since his cash decreases by 6,000 pesos. And since rental is an expense, so we will name the account as rent expense. And rent expense is a decrease in the owner's equity, so it is debited to the left side of the rent expense account. So it means the owner's equity decreases by 6,000 pesos. On July 8, Paul Bright collected 8,000 pesos from customers to apply on their accounts. So what are the accounts affected by the transactions? The cash account and the account receivable. So take note, on July 6, if you remember, Paul Bright billed 14,000 pesos to his customers. So he has an account receivable of 14,000 pesos. So this time, he was able to collect 8,000 pesos from customers. So the 8,000 pesos is debited to the left side of the cash account. And then since he collected 8,000 from the customers, so it will be credited to the right side of the account receivable, the account. So it means the account receivable decreases by 8,000 pesos. On July 9, Paul Bright paid the wages of assistant for the month of July amounting to 4,000 pesos. So what are the accounts affected by this transaction? The cash and the expense account. Okay, so since he paid the assistant the amount of 4,000 pesos, so it is credited to the right side of the cash account. And then the wages is an expense, so we will name it as salary expense, since salary expense is the deduction of the owner's equity, so it is debited to the left side of the salary expense account. On July 10, Paul Bright bought 7,500 pesos worth of repair parts, paid 3,000 pesos, and balance on account. So what are the accounts affected by this transaction? So we can see that there are 3 accounts that is affected by this transaction. So we will have a compound entry. So the accounts are the cash accounts, the account payable, and the shop supplies account. So since he bought 7,500 worth of repair parts, so it means the shop supplies increases. So the 7,500 is debited to the left side of the shop supplies account. And then since he paid only 3,000 pesos, so it means the cash of 3,000 pesos is credited to the right side of the cash accounts, because his cash decreases by 3,000 pesos by paying on cash. And then the balance of 4,500 is credited to the right side of the account payable. So his account payable increases by 4,500 pesos. On July 11, Paul Bright billed customers for 9,000 pesos, received 4,500 pesos, and balance on account. So this time, Paul Bright earned another repair income of 9,000 pesos. So the 9,000 pesos is credited to the right side of the repair income, since his owner's equity increases by 9,000 pesos. And then on these transactions, we can see that it is a compound entry. Okay, so another transaction is affected is the cash account and the account receivable. So since he received 4,500 pesos in cash, so the cash of 4,500 pesos is debited to the left side of the cash account, and the remaining 4,500 pesos is also debited to the right side of the account receivable account. Cash and account receivable are assets. So since there are assets, so any increases is debited to the left side of the asset accounts. On July 12, repair supplies bought for cash and used for repairs amounted to 6,500 pesos. And students, take note for the word used for repairs. So the accounts that are affected by this transaction is the cash account and the expense account. Okay, so since he bought repair supplies for cash amounting to 6,500 pesos, so the 6,500 is credited to the right side of the cash account. So it means his cash decreases by 6,500 pesos. And then since it is an expense because the supplies has been used immediately. Okay, so we will name it as supplies expense. Since supply expense is deduction of the owner's equity, it is debited to the left side of the supply expense account. On July 13, Bright withdrew 10,000 pesos for personal use. So the accounts affected by this transaction is the cash and the owner's drawings. Okay, so Paul Bright withdrew 10,000 pesos cash, so it is credited to the right side of the cash accounts. And then since the drawing is a reduction or a deduction to the owner's capital, so it is debited to the left side of the drawings account. Since we already done posting all the transactions on the different T accounts, so the next step is to determine the balances on the debit side and the credit side, and also to determine the normal balance of this account. So we start with the cash account. So the debit side totaled to 74,500 pesos, while on the credit side it totaled to 48,800 pesos. So the normal balance is, or the balance is 26,500 pesos. So to find the normal balance, okay, for the asset accounts, debit minus credit. So the normal balance of the asset accounts is on the debit side. Then the shop supplies, so the normal balance for shop supplies account totaled to 11,000 pesos. For the account receivable, the debit side totaled to 18,500 pesos, while on the credit side amounted to 8,000 pesos. So the normal balance of account receivable is 10,500 pesos. For the repair equipment, the normal balance is 20,000 pesos. Now let's proceed to account payable and the Fulbright capital. So for the account payable, the credit side amounted to 24,500 pesos, and on the debit side amounted to 15,000 pesos. So to determine the normal balances for liability and owner's equity accounts, okay, so we're going to deduct the debit from the credit side. So it means credit minus debit. So for the account payable, 24,500 minus 15,000 pesos. So the normal balance for account payable amounted to 9,500 pesos. And also don't forget guys to do the double rule. I forgot to mention it a while ago. So you have to put double rule to signify that it is the final amount. Okay, so let's proceed for the Fulbright capital. So the credit side amounted to 50,000 pesos. So the normal balance is 50,000 pesos. Now for the repair income, the credit side amounted to 35,000 pesos. So the normal balance for the repair income is 35,000 pesos. And for the Fulbright drawings, the debit side amounted to 10,000 pesos. So since drawing is deduction to the owner's equity, the normal balance is on the debit side. Let's proceed to the expenses account. So since expenses accounts are deduction to the owner's equity, so always remember guys that the normal balance for expense accounts is on the debit side. Okay, so for the salary expense, the normal balance is 4,000 pesos. The rent expense, the normal balance is 6,000 pesos. And the supply expense, the normal balance is 6,500 pesos. Let's proceed to the trial balance of Fulbright repair services. So take note guys that the account titles are listed according to the accounting equation. So the cash, account receivables, shop supplies, repair equipment, they are asset accounts. So they should be listed first and according to their liquidity. And then the next is the account payable. Okay, so account payable is liabilities. And then the next is the owner's equity accounts, which are the capital, the drawings, repair income, and the last are the expense accounts. Okay, so for the debit side, okay, so we less the normal balances of these asset accounts. So the normal balances of the asset accounts is debit. Okay, so like the cash, account receivable, shop supplies, and the repair equipment. And then the normal balances of the liability and the owner's account is on the credit side, except for the expenses, because expenses are the deductions of the owner equity and their normal balance is on the debit side. So after listing all these accounts in their respective places, so we sum all the debit and all the credit. So for the debit, it amounted to 94,500 pesos, and for the credit it amounted to 94,500, which shows that the debit is equals to the credit. And also don't forget to put the rule in each sides to determine that this is the final answer. Thank you for watching our tutorial video on T accounts. So I hope, dear students, that you will like, follow, and share our lesson video. Have a nice day and bye-bye.